Hello. On God. So, some people believe that God does not exist. And for them, that is true in the same way that zero is nothing. And so you could say it does not exist. Or some people believe that God exists in the manner of zero is one number. And so it exists in that way. Um, I'll do another one on this one. So God used to walk upon the earth, or God used to walk upon the earth, according to different mythology, according to how you look at it. So if God, for example, was consciousness, which is not a thing, then it is looking through us, and you're looking at the world. And when they say the world then is an emanation of consciousness, it means that it it appears your consciousness. You can be conscious just of yourself or of the other things around you because you don't know that it's you anymore. Yeah. But how could you be apart? The whole universe would be one, and you would be a special, different little place. Well, you are special. And so through your eyes, God is looking. That's consciousness. It is pure in that it has no flavor. It has no thoughts about anything. It does not feel anything. It's just conscious of itself, and you can, easily get that state by just, removing your thoughts. You don't need to remove them, but you're like, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. That's more like a manifestation of it, which is fine. So the idea of you can do wrong brings fear. And fear is powerfully chaotic and generates many, many states. Okay? Like anger, and then you shut down, you're in apathy and depression. And if you survive depression, then you don't care about anything, and you're out of the loop. Right? So this is the important part. If you're actually depressed, that you don't care. Well, so the dangerous part is I don't care if I live or die. Okay, that's dangerous. And the good part is consider that if you don't care if you're depressed or not. That makes you invincible. So you don't care if you live or die because, well, you have not realized it, but you are immortal. And you are immune to pain, fear, and all of that stuff, or coercion, because you don't care. You have just been freed. Good job. You passed through all of the steps and you made it. Okay? So you are cooked. You're well done. And now you can do your tax reform. Now you can clean your apartment. They doesn't bother you. You can talk in public. You're not afraid. You can do whatever you want to do. So remember, you cannot do wrong, even if you tried. All of the parameters, all of the things that you can try to do, is God doing it through you. Alright? So it's not your fault. You're thinking, I'm making the decision, I'm the one, blah, blah. Based on what are you making those decisions? On your past? Against your past? How free is that? How free is that? That's conditioning. That's going against the conditioning. How freeing is that to respond to those things? I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, is it really freedom? And maybe it is. Maybe you doing, yelling because your boss yelled at you. Maybe that is freedom, because you feel like doing it and you're doing it already. So there you go. And you have done it. And now you see the fruits. Okay? So how do people forget? How come you don't remember all of your lives? How come you don't remember all of what you said? How come you're so fractured everywhere that you don't remember where you put the salt or your shoes and stuff like that? And apparently it would be like you would taste a cake and then you say it tastes like shit. It's not what I expected. Alright, so you have a disappointment. You have an idea of what it would taste like, and your expectations are not met. The world had another plan. So what happened then is sometime you just say, well, that's that. And sometime you're like, yeah, but it did happen and I still have the taste in my mouth. That's shitty. It's only shitty because you said it is. There's no poop in it. And you've never tasted poop, so really, what do you know? Then you negate the fact that you tasted that poopy thing. And it is so awful and so disgusting. There's no worth in remembering that stuff. Just forget about it. And let's forget also the taste that I have in my mouth. So you just did a blank slate now. You're all clean. You're all clean in the way that a blind person would just, only a person would just blind their eye, blind themselves and be like, hey, it's less light all of a sudden. It's less blinding. The light is less blinding because you poked your eyes out. Or, finally I can hear peace. Yeah, you just destroyed your ears. You just negate it. So it's alright. you can. They're still waiting for you. They're just waiting for your acknowledgement. Okay, they're right here. They didn't move. They're just waiting for you to open your eyes and, take the cotton out of your ears, and you can hear and you can listen. And all goes back together, and you can remember all of your past, remember who you are,